Podcast gone wrong. Nedu wazobia versus Nollywood actress Yvonne Jegede. Let's get right into this conversation. Welcome back, Entertainment Daily lovers. And if you're just coming across the channel, you're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell. That being said, let's dive right into this conversation straight up. Okay, so Yvonne Jegede was on Nedu wazobia's podcast called The Honest Bunch. And they spoke about so many things. They also spoke about another Nollywood actor called Yul, his polygamy situation. And that was where Yvonne Jegede lost a lot of people because she overspoke. And I don't even know what is wrong with a lot of people with podcasts. Is there a course going on podcast? Comment down below. What do you think? Because it seemed like whenever people are on podcasts, they will always misyan. They will say too much. They will say things that they were not supposed to say. Well, that was what happened here. After which, Yvonne got the backlash from Nigerians and decided to come out and apologize to Yul Edochie's very first and authentic wife, which is the divorce process now, which is May Edochie. She apologized to May and every other person that her silly comments might have, that might have been upset over her silly comment. All right, but that didn't sit with Nedu wazobia. Nedu wazobia decided he had something to say. So he posted something to his Instagram and said, when you say something, you should chest it, okay? You should own it up with your full chest. You cannot say one thing here and do otherwise. And that did not sit with Yvonne Jegede at all. She just wasn't having it. And this is what Yvonne had to say. So let's go over to Yvonne Jegede's page and let us pull up this write-up that Yvonne did. So Yvonne posted on her Instagram and said, I woke up to see Nedu's post reacting to my appearance on the podcast, particularly my apology to May Edochie and women in general. I understand Nedu's difficulty in comprehending my apology. Narcissistic and toxic men like him cannot grasp the importance of apologizing when others feel hurt by your actions, regardless of whether you believe you are right or wrong. Small-minded people like you rejoice when women attack each other or are trampled upon. Check the history of your podcast. It is filled with content targeting women's self-esteem. Perhaps the rumor about you is true. You don't like women. Nedu, there's nothing wrong with women winning and shining. It doesn't diminish you or any other man. You are so evil that you didn't even promote A Father's Love, the movie I came to discuss on your show. Instead, you were all over my WhatsApp telling me how much you liked me. And now you join the mob and chase clout with your petty post. I was raised to apologize if I was wrong. And to those who felt hurt by my actions, if I didn't own what I said with conviction, I wouldn't come out to apologize when it was pointed out that some women and May felt offended. My apology was directed at those who clearly expressed their hurt. Take all the money you want from Facebook and YouTube, but posterity always judges those who stand against women and profit at the expense of others. A small-minded man like you will never understand the need for an apology, even when he is wrong. By the way, you asked that I take you out when I get back in town. We can still do it, but shade. Okay, so she said, we can still do it, but be prepared to man up, take responsibility, and pay your own bills. I always pay mine and never beg for anyone to take me out. So that was what Yvonne had to say. Now, we're going to go over to Nedu wazobia and we will see his response to what Yvonne posted. This is weird as F, man. But let's continue. So this is what Nedu posted to his own Instagram. And it says, public notice, Yvonne Jegede and public attack against Nedu Wazobia. Let's see. Okay, so it said, it has come to our attention that a recent guest on the Honest Bunch podcast, Yvonne Jegede, has resorted to publishing insulting and defamatory materials on social media following what appears to be a public outcry against personal thoughts and positions shared by the said guest on the show. We would like to make it clear that Yvonne Jegede was not pressured to make any statement on the podcast, and that neither Nedu nor the podcast of the Honest Bunch, some of this stuff is cut off, so we're just going to see how we can read this, of the Honest Bunch nor Glitch Africa Studio take any responsibility for personal thoughts and positions shared by Yvonne Jegede. Whatever fallout resulting from her appearance on the show is entirely her dilemma. Okay, let's continue. And it says, we would also like to state clearly that Yvonne Jegede appeared on the Honest Bunch as part of her publicity drive for her upcoming movie. While this was a paid appearance, it does not in any way afford Yvonne Jegede the right to defame or slander Nedu or the producers of the Honest Bunch. We strongly advise Yvonne Jegede in good faith to desist from further aggravation, personal attack, name calling, and more. Okay, and sign Sarah Williams, and head of talent/marketing for Nedu and Samuel, aka Nedu Wazobia. So if you've watched this up until this moment, let me know what you think in the comment section. First of all, Yvonne, you went on this stuff and nobody forced you to say what you said. You said what you said with your full chest. And in your reply to Nedu, I feel like you just hit below the belt and that was not necessary. You can call Nedu out and tell Nedu that he shouldn't have even involved himself in this, knowing that you were on his podcast, yada, 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 and that would have been it. Talking about he asked for a date, he's all over your WhatsApp, and all of those stuff is not necessary. That's like something that high school people would do, in my own opinion. So that's not cool. Also, another thing that Nedu Wazobia did was to make a video and pinned it to the top of his Instagram. So when you go into his Instagram, that's the first video you see. Right? He has 3 pinned posts, and that's the first one you see, which is a video where he's addressing, because also Yvonne Jegede said that it seemed like Nedu does not like women, that it seemed like that rumor is true. So it means she's been hearing that, people have been saying that, and I think Nedu is already aware of that. Nedu knows that people are talking about him and saying he doesn't like women. Nedu trying to clear the air, I feel like that was lame, that explanation, because Nedu started by saying the Honest Bunch, people come there to speak the truth. Yeah, that's fine. The name of the show is The Honest Bunch, so you should know what you should know what you're expecting when you get there. Okay, but Nedu talking about how the case of him not liking women, that a lot of people are saying that Yvonne Jegede also mentioned, is not true, because he has 3 daughters. Women are practically, his manager is a woman. Okay, there's also women in the Honest Bunch. Well, he forgot to mention that his mom is also a woman. And that just reminds me of when people of some race will just pull up some kind of card, and when you try to call them out on it, they will tell you, well, my friends, and I have friends, I'm married to, or something, to people of color or whatnot. Just because you have a bunch of certain people in your life does not mean that when you're being disrespectful or you're doing certain type of things that shows that you really don't like or fancy these people, you're going to defend yourself with, well, I have this, I have that, so that cannot make me this type of person. And I think that's what Nedu was saying. I would have expected Nedu to explain more, give more point that will make more sense to each and every one of us why he does not have anything to do with that rumor that he does not like women. But that's not what Nedu did. And I think this is lame. Just a few minutes ago, both of you were on a podcast, doing a podcast and whatnot. And right now, y'all are calling yourself out. Both of you, you've been in the industry for too many years, okay? Yvonne Jegede has been in this Nollywood for so long. Yvonne Jegede was in Two Faces' very famous music, African Queen. Yvonne Jegede was on that musical video. Go check how long that song is. So Yvonne has been in the entertainment industry long time before now. Nedu Wazobia worked with the radio station for how many years? So Nedu has also been in the entertainment industry for so long. So I don't understand why these two are going to come out and make caricature of themselves on social media. But if you think otherwise, drop a comment below and let me know what are your thoughts. Thank you so very much. I will catch you on the next one. Bye. Be good, remain blessed, subscribe.